Oh my fucking god. Finally. Dude, no way. It finally happened. I finally did it. It's over. Alright, so 1-1. We're just gonna briefly go over the run and why this level is just so difficult. Because this level is super insane, but at first glance you might not realize it. So starting off here, get a couple eggs. I jump over this Shy Guy and then land on this rock. That way the camera's gonna scroll up with me when I jump. And that's gonna be useful for the section coming up. So we're gonna bounce on him when he reaches the peak of this slope. And then do an extended flutter. But I gotta make sure that I get the maximum amount of height from the extended flutter that I can. Because getting up here is super tight. Like, it's just barely possible. Then we're going to follow that extended flutter up with another perfect flutter. And a perfect flutter is a 3-frame window. What that means is that I have 3 frames to let go of the B button and then repress it within 1 frame. And that also lets me gain a little bit of height. So as you can see, I just barely made it up here. And then the Fly Guy comes in. I grab 5 stars from him. And we go on out about our business. We drop down, grab the Shy Guy here, snipe the Piranha Plant. I almost got eaten here. That was super close. Because I bounced on the Flower Guy here. Like, I was cutting it really close. Like, I'm in his mouth right here. There's no way that I should have not got eaten. I'm gonna eat the Shy Guy that I had previously and go down in the pipe. Heading into the cave section. This is where things get super crazy. So this is a slightly different route than what you may have already seen in full game runs. So we're going to do the whole cave in one go and exit out to the right. I'm going to first grab that Shy Guy and then upshot these 3 red coins. Spit out the Shy Guy. That's going to hit this red coin Shy Guy over here. Also going to grab and tongue that egg. And then grab the Shy Guy here behind me. Whole lot going on. So usually this section would lag a lot because I hit that coin balloon and that causes those 5 coins to spill out. But by tonguing the egg, it actually reduces lag for whatever reason. I assume it's because of the it stops the egg trail behind it, so the game has more I guess processing power to deal with it. It's super easy to overshoot that upspit. Like, if you go too late or you know, you go too early, which never really happened, but like there was a ton of times where I would upspit too late and this guy would just go flying over him. You have such a tight window to actually make that upspit. So I get the green Shy Guy, get the coin, get the yellow egg. The rest of the K is pretty simple. Upshot 3 more red coins, and then when I'm under the second one, that's when I'm gonna begin a perfect flutter to make it to the ledge. Usually you're supposed to use a chomp rock to get up here, but you can just barely make it with a perfect flutter. So like I was saying, the route's a little bit different here. We get everything in one go. Usually you would get to this point, and then you'd shoot these 3 red coins, and then you'd backtrack and exit out to the left. But going through to the right saves half a second. Although it makes it way, way harder. Probably the hardest part of going with this right side route is getting this Shy Guy here. You can just barely reach him, so it's a full-length tongue through the rock. So to do that, I gotta make sure I'm moving backwards. That's gonna allow Yoshi's tongue to pass through the rock here. And then I can just barely get him, and we're gonna need him for a little skip coming up shortly. Snipe those 4 red coins in the flower. Right here you can jump from this top slope or the bottom one, but it doesn't really matter too much. The important thing here is that you start your flutter as early as possible. That way, when you do your second flutter, it's gonna end, you know, right on time, so you can just land here. with no weight. Gonna grab those stars as I flutter through. Here's where we use that Shy Guy. We upspin him, and that's gonna allow us to get up to this top rock here. I'm gonna bounce on him and do an extended flutter. The intended route is to go over here to the right and hit this cloud. That's gonna spawn a beanstalk platform to let you climb up, but going this way is faster. It also works out because there's a star cloud right here. I'm also scrolling the screen up because there's a cloud coming up, and I need that to be on screen so I can actually get it. I get those 5 stars, we peace out, snipe the cloud, and then I make sure to try to optimize it as best I can. Get that flower with the backside of my hitbox. And at this point you're pretty much home free. Grab a couple coins. Gotta do a left right here just to, you know, get that left side coin, because it's a little bit out of your reach usually, like if you were to just hold forward the entire time. And this part here is a little slow compared to what you would do in a full game run, because you get to this point with no eggs, so you have to use both these Shy Guys here, as opposed to like shooting one from a distance and that would knock it into the piranha. So then as soon as I pick up that red Shy Guy, I turn him into an egg as soon as possible, and then prepare to snipe the final star cloud here. I'm gonna tongue this Shy Guy just so I don't run into him, and then that's it. This level is really hard. For being 1-1, it's deceptively difficult. So like even as soon as the level starts, really, you have to deal with this Shy Guy. If you jump on him too soon, you're not going to have enough height to make it to the top section. Plus you have the 2 perfect flutters to get up here. Then you have the fly guy to deal with. So depending on the screen position, that's going to determine when the fly guy comes in. It feels like it's random. Like I wasn't able to get this consistently. There was many times where he would fly over me to the left side, and then he'd be out of reach, but I basically just lucked out this time. And then, you know, if you get past that part, which usually takes like 10 tries because it's really precise, then you have to deal with shooting the piranhas here. In a full game run, you would just eat this flower guy so he'd be out of your way, but here you have to just deal with him on your way down. And if you get too big of a bounce from him, you get eaten, and that's really embarrassing, but you know, that probably happens more than I'd like to admit. And then getting runs to the cave, like I didn't have too many runs that actually made it this far. And the runs that did, usually I'd end up missing one of these coins. Because this egg shot's pretty precise too, like look at that hitbox. And then you have all this chaos going on here. Spitting out the Shy Guy, tonguing the egg. And then, you know, clutching out the perfect flutter because you finally just got everything, and, you know, if you miss that, it's back to the drawing board. But yeah, this level is stupid hard. And I hope this commentary kind of, you know, demonstrates just how hard the level is. Probably took around like 800 attempts to finally get this run. But I'd say it was worth it. And I guess it's worth noting that there is one possible improvement. It's unfortunately here at the start. I wasn't expecting to get past this piranha, so I ended up swallowing the Shy Guy a little late, which means that I entered the pipe a little bit late. So you could save time right there if you got that section clean, but given how the rest of the level goes, I'm not really interested in playing this level anymore. It was so unlikely, or like, I had so few runs that actually made it past the cave. Not to mention the few amount of runs that actually made it to the cave. But then once you get that green Shy Guy on the way out, you know, you just gotta execute, but the rest of the level is easy by comparison. But yeah, that's 1-1 in 44 seconds. The first 44. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.